Mal here. We are back, and to say things have been busy lately would be a massive understatement. Um, I'm starting to, I've refined the system even more, added a potentiometer here, which really helped with fine tuning. I ran into a small setback where I was having trouble replicating exactly the board in my last video. It wasn't trouble replicating it, it was I built it exactly the same as the other one. The issue was it wasn't behaving exactly the same, even when constructed exactly the same. But the way around that is we still have all our negative resistance power, and we can use the rapid recharging of that power to very efficiently and completely recharge another 14 volt 5 amp hour DC supercapacitor hybrid. We're at 13 volts right now. This thing was completely dead when I started. And basically what this system does once you earth ground it is, due to the way the special coils are wound per Tesla patent 336961, I believe, basically you have a coil configuration that's just punching out power left, right in an oscillatory manner. Refined it even further, higher end components. We still have the fast recharge effect. I perfected it where the negative resistance takes over and is able to rapidly recharge dead 5 amp hour sources. It can be a battery or supercap, hybrid, basically anything you want. Haven't tested it with big outputs yet. I think what I'm going to do going forward, because it's much easier to replicate and much easier to do, is instead of having it recharge the source battery directly, the source supercap, because that's so hard to get finely tuned, it's going to be able to rapidly recharge another, a secondary one, and then the secondary one, all that excess charge gets pumped back into the first one, and your extra is able to run your loads. And the extra power does come from that ground connection, and the fact we have heavy negative resistance in the circuitry with our cold cathode gas discharge tube firing. That's similar to a neon tube. Only difference is the metal inside it is a cold cathode material. So, as you see, we are recharging quite quickly. This thing was completely dead and drained when I tested it. I drained this thing to near zero, and that's how it looks. I'll move it. Here is the power consumption on the ringer circuit. I will hook up this thing, and we will see I'm able to rapidly recharge this with virtually no power input on the ringer. You actually get the negative resistance phenomenon. When you charge a secondary source, you can charge a secondary source quite quickly while your power actually drops a little bit, the input, because of that negative resistance effect. Hopefully you can see it slightly dropping. I basically, in this design, refined it a little more, eliminated the secondary pickup coil, added a tertiary wireless scavenging circuit here, isolated with capacitors, and got the correct DC capacitor value that was a double the frequency of what we needed to avoid detuning. And that basically what happens is this coil system, this one kicks out as this one kicks in, and it's like a punching effect, like this, boom, 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 and we're so quickly able to recharge batteries, supercapacitors, whatever you want. And so just working out a few of the fine-tuning parameters of the device, and that'll say 13.01 any moment, because it was completely dead. And the correct way then to recharge your source because we virtually have no input. When you first start this system, you would start it with a fully charged source battery or source supercapacitor. You then use its wireless output to recharge another source cap or source supercapacitor very quickly. And due to that extra energy scavenging circuit, we can't connect this back to the source because it will cause detuning issues, cause our power draw to go way up. So the way around that is you now run a very efficient inverter and then have it go through a special DC charging circuit, recharge your source, and since we're drawing very little power, it would recharge your source in maybe a couple minutes, less, and then all that extra power is yours to play with, do what you want, and you would repeat that cycle. You would then let this thing charge up again, your secondary source or your secondary battery, whatever, and you repeat that cycle. So we're able to very rapidly recharge another device with virtually no input due to negative resistance. So yeah, we are back. I'm going to try and respond to every single email tonight or in the next night. To say thousands come in would be an understatement. But yeah, just been incredibly busy working, refining the system, full-time job, farm work, getting this thing perfected. And yeah, hopefully that's a quick video update. We will do a charge check on this thing right now. If I can manage it with one hand. I should have clamped it for the video, but I didn't really plan to do all this for the video. And we are at 13.01 steady. I'll probably say 13.02 soon. Oh, yep, 13.02. Now, then with that rapid charge, you would hook up an inverter. This is a 150 watt one, pure sine. You would then hook up an inverter to this thing. And run your load. Just like that. And you keep repeating that cycle. Run your load a bit. You power up a DC charger, recharge your source in seconds to a minute. And yeah, hopefully that explains things. Again, thank you everybody. Wouldn't be here without all your support. Things are getting interesting. And this is just an update video.